G'day everyone, it's T-Nick back here in Transport Tycoon. We find ourselves back in Phoenix, just watching our coal trains shuttle back and forth. It looks like this cheeky bugger here has done what this chap's done and come down the old line and then just sort of pushed in over here, which, look, can't blame him for wanting to jump the queue, but it does put a bit of a dampener on our coal operation from the port, so we might have to look at a more long-term solution to that, which may include putting in an additional coal platform. Here we go, this bloke here's got the right idea. He's going to come round. Even though he's still jumping the queue, he's not doing too bad. We got new coal seam found at... Oh, look at that. That's just fortunate, isn't it? Are we having... Not really having any problems with coal by ship, mostly just the rail at the other end is slowing things down, but yeah, we might have to look at either upgrading this train to a single engine with a longer train, or yeah, streamlining this route a little bit. But that's not what we're going to be doing just yet. So last time, as you know, we extended along the bay, and we ended up at Winberg Bay City. We had a nice valuables route set up. We've got an intercity route set up between here and Feeningham City. And we've also got our little all stations stopping in at Guarding Way there. Is this, which one are you? You're the valuables train. You are making a mozza of money. And there goes another industry. I'm acting astonished. Who am I kidding? Less do I care. So we'll just bring back all of our windows that we like to have, just to make life a little bit simpler. You are one of the intercity trains, and you are just hemorrhaging money at the moment, but I'm sure things will pick up soon. We've got a need for a local passenger route here in Winberg Bay City. However, the town is not so much on board with that actually happening. So, yes, it's definitely a thing that we need to do. But as you can see, they just have no interest in me building a bus stop there. So it's up to us to improve our reputation with them. I'm going to take the easy way out and throw some trees down. Blam. That cost 30,000. That was definitely an amount that we paid. And that brings us up to a rating of good, which is good, I guess. Let's go with trams again. Trams seem to be doing pretty well for us. We'll just need to connect this road up here. Hopefully not to our detriment. And we'll need to build a little bit of a tram route around the place here. So we're going to eventually be coming over this way to connect up to our suburban station that we'll be building. So we're gonna just sort of run over the bridge here, and then I'm not really sure where we're going to go after that, but because this bridge here is earmarked for demolition. So long term we're going to be looking at putting a tram stop. Oh, it does accept passengers, there we go. Well, we might just have the trams turn around and get back over the existing bridge for now. Longer term I would be looking at another bridge over here. In fact, you know what, let's not be tight about it. Let's just do it. Let's make it happen. We can pick up the pieces later when the town realizes they hate us. It just occurred to me we haven't built all the stations we wanted to build, so hopefully that hasn't happened yet. Not yet, no, we're still in the clear. And let's throw one in there. Now that gives us, we'll probably need one up here too, I guess. Get a bit better coverage going on there. Now we'll probably have a bit of argy-bargy at this intersection here, given we're going to have trams going every which way. But we're just going to have to make do, aren't we? Now, what have we not connected up yet? We are missing tram track here, 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 and here, and that should be everything. Let's throw a depot in the boondocks. Well, it's the boondocks now, but it won't be for long, as this town will just keep on keeping on. We need some trams, please. Let's just pop that. No, we'll keep the bank balance window open just in case we need it. I can't foresee any loan requirements in the future. Now you're going to pick up at the terminal, and we're going to run you in sort of an anti-clockwise fashion around the town. Then you're going to go into Winberg Bay City, and then up here to the transfer, and then you have completed your route. So let's get, say, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 6 of them going. And we'll do it again going the other way, I guess, just to give our passengers a bit of variety. Okay, so we're going to pick up here. we're going to go around here. We're going to come in here. Well, this is going the right way, isn't it? Yes, it's definitely clockwise. That's fine. And if you could go there, and then you'll just finish back up there. And we will need to go 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and send them out. And of course they're all bunched up like normal. I guess that's just the thing we're going to have to get used to, isn't it? Well, go forth trams and do some tram things. So with our trams deployed, we should probably look at getting that suburban station in sooner rather than later. Just add an extra stop to our existing all stations train. I don't think we need to stop the intercities there though. Any passengers from town that want to get to the train can just come up to the Grand Central Station as normal. Now let's have a look. We're definitely gonna need a footbridge. So we'll throw one of those down. Let's put a bit of a roof down here. Okay, well that's taken the wind out of my sails because once again the town has decided they hate us. Yeah, very poor. They really do not really care for our attitude towards the destruction of trees, I imagine. Let's just try and plant a few more in their local area. Hopefully we don't have to resort to a bribe. We might have to resort to a bribe. What's a bribe going to cost us? Basically, every cent we have. That's not something that really appeals to me. Yeah, let's just back away from that concept. Let's just leave this town well alone. Why don't we look at investigating a link between Broli City. Is that quarry we hooked up last time? It is. Good work, quarry. For some reason it's also displaying the stone as iron ore. Kinda confused as to why that's happening. Not going to question it, just going to let it do its thing. And yeah, we're just going to have to suspend our belief in this instance. Oh, we have an iron ore mine and a steel mill. And no coal within Kui. Well, that was a short-lived idea. Yeah, as I was saying, we're going to investigate the link between Broli City and Winberg Bay City, and then we'll extend linking. We'll investigate Broli City to Stanbridge City, and then on to some of the other towns. But I'd rather get it plumbed into our existing network, especially if it manages to spawn a bank in this town. For a city, it's actually it's quite small, really. I'm sure it will grow as time goes on. Now I'll just make the trees. That's not helpful at all. Just make them invisible for now. Now I'm going to be shooting for this mountain pass here. I think that's going to be the most cost-effective way to go over the mountain, even if it does mean a slight detour. So we've broken ground. We've laid track. We're committed now. What am I doing with the angle tool? I don't want the angle tool. I want to go up a hill. Now we'll go a single track for starters, I guess. I mean, we probably will have a few trains running on this route in the medium term, but short term, I'm going to put the signal on the wrong side. Short term, we'll only need a single track here because I just want to get a train going to assess its viability. Let's bring the land out here, just so when we do put a second track in, we can do that quite simply. Now, how are we going to get through here? We're going to have to be a bit creative with our landscaping, which is probably going to upset the town, but they can suck an egg because I'm sick of towns dictating to me what I can and cannot do with my own transport network. So I'm not having a bar of it. Let's just sort of cut a big swath through. Can't talk tonight. Cut a swath through the side of the hill. Do we do a tunnel or do we just knock that hill down? Let's do a tunnel. Tunnel's cool. And when it comes time to double track, it'll probably be slightly easier if we're tunneling as opposed to trying to dig all that dirt out ourselves. We'll run the tracks down here. Keep on going down like this. Let's just go through here in another tunnel. Why not? Have money, we'll spend it, don't even care. Well, that junction's further south than I expected. Okay. Now, do we want to have the junction here, or do we want to have it up at Avon Pool so we can have separate platforms? Nah, that sounds too much work. Let's just smash it in there. We will actually have to rejig the signals. So, something's going down. So let's just throw down one of those, and a couple of one-wayers to keep the junction free for through traffic, because heaven forbid we interrupt our valuables trains. I was going to say valuable armoured trains, but I thought, well, why shy away from what they are? They're doing good work. I see you've decided to plonk an oil well down here. Good thing we have that oil refinery there. That's worth considering. Nope, getting distracted. Keep your eyes on the prize. So hopefully what we're going to do is tap into a market for people from this area who want to travel up to this area. And instead of having to come through to change at Trundon or Great Lesningham, Fenium City area, we can give them a direct service, and thus this train should make a decent amount of coin. Now, so I'll set him up with a couple of carriages. Yeah, 3 should be enough. I don't foresee too much demand there, at least initially. And that's probably going to be when we're looking at a second train rather than lengthening that one. We'll stop him at Avonpool just because it's a convenient junction. Not that anyone will really need to go to Avonpool unless they're going to Gardening Way. Stupid town on the side of the... And yeah, once you get to the terminal, we'll give you that depot. You can go back via Avonpool, please, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a nice short little route. We'll probably move sort of long term to making that an intercity train, so just going straight from Broli City up to Winberg Bay City, and getting rid of Avonpool. But for now, you know, we don't have an awful lot of trains on this route. There's another valuable train. Oh, that's some good money there. He's definitely returning on our investment. But yeah, so we'll see how this chap goes. He probably won't have anyone on board yet. No. He'll take a little while to sort of bed in and become... oh, hello, we've got a forest here and a sawmill here too. It's reminiscent of something else we've got going on over here with this forest and sawmill. Let's just keep an eye on things. We've got some goods there. That little train's doing good work, and wow, this coal mine's really taken off. We might need to up our operation significantly over here. I don't know how we do that. If we put a second train in, we risk jamming the 2 trains up with each other. I guess we'll just leave it as is and know that we've got a bit of a buffer in case this starts winding down. Yeah, we'll just have to, unless we start shipping coal from here as well over to this convenient steel mill, because we do have an iron ore mine up here, and if only we had a factory somewhere. Yeah, let's just try that. You know, we've got plenty of money in the bank, so if it all goes tits up, doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter. It's still going to be a colossal waste of money. Speaking of colossal waste of money, look what I just did. We will need a buffer stop, please. I did this because I just wanted to make it look pretty for you, the viewer. So just appreciate the work I put in and quit whinging. See, look at that. Now that the iron ore is just... Well, you know, that's definitely a thing that happens. If you haven't played this game before, what that means is all industries will now halve production for, I think, 6 months? However long the recession goes for anyway. I'm pretty sure it is 6 months. Which, look, I guess compared to the real world is a bit of a snack. But still not great for us, you know, as we're still getting a lot of our income from freight. Still waiting for those passengers to take off. No pun intended, we will get planes eventually. Let's just bring him in sort of about here so we got enough room for the junction. I'll just make that a scissor and put a signal in there. Maybe this will end up being the main line over to Stanbridge City, or we might come this way. I'm not really sure yet. Now we're going to face a plethora of vehicles that are hemorrhaging money, but as they're all feeder services, except you, it's disappointing that you're not doing too well. Why are you not doing too well? We've got plenty of wood coming out of the forest. Yep, okay. What's your problem? Oh, because you're trying to full load with goods. Okay, well, don't worry about that. Just, oh no, hang on. No, you're not the wood ship. We're running separate ships for that, aren't we? Oh well, things will pick up. We just need to transport more wood. How much wood have we got waiting? Bugger all. Okay. Well, hopefully things pick up soon. It's down to 18 tons of wood now. Ugh. We might have to rethink this whole wood to sawmill to goods thing. Because I don't know how long I can prop up that sort of a loss-making enterprise for. We'll give it a little while to sort itself out. We might be able to rail some timber. Actually, no. We'll put a hole on the iron ore plans. It's probably time to start shipping some timber in from here. We'll get a dock. Supplies wood. Good enough for me. And we'll need to put a couple of boys down, I imagine, or girls. No need to discriminate. Let's put a second dock down over here just so we can directly deliver to the accepts wood. Yep, there we go. Just so we can directly deliver to our sawmill there without having to clog up this poor train here. Now, is that going to be long enough to do without a couple of boys? Probably not. We'll throw them in there just in case. Now we'll need some ships for that. We'll probably need 2. Refit you to carry wood. Wood. Please full load there with wood. Now, are you going to be able to make it in one go? No, I didn't think so. If you could go via Dunham Boy, unload there, go back via Dunham Boy number 2, and just in case you ever need to go to a depot, you'll find one on the other side of the island. So we'll clone you, and we'll send those the good wood ships out. Good, that's not the steel mill we're building towards. I would have been, well, not terribly annoyed because we haven't actually committed to much yet, but it wouldn't be ideal. Now, what do you think of me? You think I'm outstanding. Wow, I think that's the best a town can think of you as. I'm giving the screen a thumbs up. You can't see that because I'm sparing you the indignity of face cam. Trust me, you're better off. We will need a mineral unloader. Now, let's make this a bit of a row, just to really keep things interesting, keep it fresh, keep it cool. We will need a steel loading station down here as well. So building this here was probably not the smartest thing I've ever done. Let's just sort of build it along the coast a bit so it looks cool. And we'll connect it up like that. And I'm gonna just plan for the future by setting this junction up so it can take trains in both directions. I didn't want to click that signal. That signal is literally completely useless to me. What do I need to do? I need to put another... No, I don't need a one-way signal over here. We still have terminating trains coming in here, though, don't we? That would be probably these fellas that have... No, you've come from somewhere else. You are the terminating train? Yes, okay, so we do have a train turning around here, so we'll need to keep this junction operational. Now, how are we going to connect you up with this direction? If we put a bit of track in, cheeky, that's not going to be terribly attractive. So we will have you in a bit of a convoluted route. You'll cross over there and then take your turn off onto the unloader here. I'll put a signal there. I'm wary that that signal might back up onto the main line, but if he's here, he's backing up the other direction anyway, so probably much of a muchness, really. And we'll put a signal in here. Look, this iron ore train may slow down passenger trains a little, but I mean, he would anyway if it was going in this way. And it just lets us run more than one train on that route. Put a signal there. Actually, we need to make that a one-way signal. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Now we need a train. Let's turn the trees back on while we go train shopping, just because I keep turning them off and forgetting about them. What depot will we need to use? Probably this one here. We'll go with the 060. That's been a staple of our success so far. And if you could show me, 4 tiles worth of iron ore. Oh, you have to go up a hill. This one's going to bear keeping an eye on. So if you're full loading at the mine, good luck with the hill. I really hope he can make it. Now we want him to. What do we want? Click there. We want you to go non-stop via Treeside Slopes, please. That basically makes the station act like a signal box as far as this train's concerned. Then unload at the unloader, and you can return. And that's your depot. You've been refitted for iron ore. Yes. Go forth. And while he's doing that, we will set up another shipping route to bring coal in from here, which should have the added benefit of alleviating some pressure on our poor coal port shuttle over there. So once again, we come to docks. Just attach it there. We should put a little bit of eye candy down as well, just to keep it fresh and interesting. Well, not that one. Or that one. Ooh, hello. Oh, okay, we can't put that one down. Can we put that one down? Nope. What about that one? Nope. Mole lights can only be built on water. Lights will be positioned automatically. It would help if I actually paid attention to what I was trying to do. Vertical, horizontal. No, you don't like that either. Where was the nice little... Oh, keys! That's why we're having a problem. We're trying to build the stupid things that go out to sea. Yeah, also, I would like to build those things anyway. Oh, that's the bit with the railway on it. We can build the railway. No, now we've got to bulldoze that and rebuild it. Good work, me. Let's just put that down. No, you don't want to build that one. Do you want to build this one? You do. Thank you. It's very good of you. Let's put a bit of a dock around here. Oop, no. Yeah, we'll just end it off there. That seems all right. Now, this... let's put a little bit of a lighthousey thing in here. Oh, look at that. There we go. Don't hit this. Okay, that's less attractive. Let's get rid of that one. Can we just build a plain one that sticks out into the water? Yes, but it doesn't work terribly well. What about out this way? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm not opposed to this. So we can sort of sort of have a little. Let's put a red one down. Ah, see, now this I like. I mean, I've always liked it, but now I like it more. Once again, we will be looking for a ship. The little Cumbrae freighter seems to be serving us pretty well. If you could be refitted for coal, if you could full load at the freight terminal and ship it over here to the steel mill, that would be super duper. Yeah, I said it. I'm like 12. I'm okay with that. Off you go. Now this coal here doesn't have any specific destination. No, that's one of the settings in the cargo destinations options. You can set freight to have a preferred destination as well, but well, there's not really much point because, you know, it just gets complicated. So the coal will just go wherever the coal wants to be picked up and taken to. Which is the complete opposite to your standard household cat, which if you pick up and take it to where you want it to go, it will immediately attack you and try and return to where it's come from. Now, what are you? You're a passenger train. You're useless. Well, you're not useless. You're probably going to make some money. Yep, so I'm sorry. I take it all back. You're actually doing quite well for yourself already. We are loading iron ore. Let's just have him make a trip half full just so we can avoid the indignity of that stupid steel mill yanking the rug out from under us. And hopefully that operation sort of bears fruit in the medium term. I'm looking for a factory now. Can anyone see a factory? Sing out if you see a factory. You lot are useless. Also, I'm recording this ahead of time, so you probably can't sing out anyway. That's on me. Now I'm thinking the easiest way to get to Stanbridge City, instead of using the iron ore line, we'll just have a nice little junction down here, come up here, and that'll let us extend out to St Drarding Port, of which there is no port, and possibly up to Penhill, and we might even have another line out to Penhill that way, and then we can follow the coast up to are you a city? No. False advertising, getting my hopes up. Are any of you cities? Don't we already have an Avon Low? Isn't that over here? Okay. That's Avon Low, and that's Avon Pool. Right. I'm going to call you South Winberg. There we go. That way we can differentiate between the two when some sort of industry closes down or opens up. Although, even if you're not a city, we've got a conveniently placed bunch of towns here that we can quite easily sort of join together into a super town, which I believe is also called a city. But, you know, obviously as per the game, that will be separate towns, but as per me, in my wisdom, it will be are you a city? No, but you do have a factory. Are we going to risk shipping steel by boat all the way from the docks here, all the way down around to the factory? Nah, it's not transport fever. We don't need to transport goods to keep goods producing, so we'll just play it by ear and see how we go. Now, I am connecting up Broli City with Stanbridge City. What's a good place to build a station over here? Oh, we got some more wood up here too. We could sort of even out the land a bit here and build a station in there. But I'm actually going to do the opposite. I'm going to raise the land. How many trees am I going to be killing? A significant number. Oh, this could backfire. This could end in tears. Because one of the medium-sized station buildings available is actually designed to be built on a slope. It's Bamberg Station. It's a fixed 2x5. It would be preferable if we could build it on a slope facing the sort of towards the camera. So where's a suitable slope to build it? Here we go. So if we were to put it on the side of this hill here, it would look cooler because, as you can see, it's got the sort of the opening there where people can walk in under the tracks and then walk up to the platform. And it also comes with an extension, and I'm assuming that's a more modern extension we can build in the future. But you know what? It should fit the bill, so I'm going to just sort of throw it down there. Okay, maybe I can't build it on the reverse slope. Maybe it has to be the front slope. That's disappointing. Oh well, I was hoping to try something a bit different, but we'll just go with more of the same, I guess. We will start off with. Do we want buffers up here? We probably don't. We're probably going to have all the trains either passing through or just turning around and sharing platforms. So yeah, probably not. We will need, as always, the obligatory staircase. So we'll go with let's go with 3 tracks. I'd rather sort of build it and not need it than the alternative. Do we want to put a pot plant down? No, we'll get a station building down. Obviously, we're limited to the small selection. Have we built this one yet? We probably have, and I've completely forgotten. But it's a nice looking station, so I'll allow it. I'll put down some benches, put down a roof in case it rains, and the obligatory pot plant at the other end. Now, can we get rid of this road? No. Right. That's gonna be a bit of a spanner in the old works. Well, if the town's gonna hate us, we may as well smash down some trees. He says, having not set up his local bus route yet. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Smash down more trees. Smash, smash, smash. What do you think of? No, I didn't think so. I didn't think you would be too impressed with me. You think we're very poor. That's becoming a common opinion of this company. Now let's have a bit of a go. Let's put some trees over there where we're probably not going to knock them over in the short term. And yay, recession over! Hooray! We'll throw down a bus stop there. What am I building buses for? Buses are useless. We probably don't need too many tram stops in this town. We can't really connect up these roads without smashing a house down, which I'm loath to do at the moment. So we might just go for a twofer. Oh, actually, no, because we can connect up this section here without knocking down too many trees. So we'll just sort of run, I guess, this way, this way, this way. Oh, that train's losing money. I'm acting astonished. And we'll just set up a bit of a shortcut there just in case any trams get lost and need to go back to the depot or something prematurely. Now connect up, connect up, connect up, connect all of the things. Turn the buildings off. That didn't help us. What else can we turn off? We can turn off the station. That still didn't help us. I don't think anything's going to help us. The trees along the street are just going to get in the road. But I think we've got a pretty well connected line there. So I guess we will just sort of extend the tram line down the hill here and put a depot in there just to keep it out of the way. Yeah, I'm aware you're losing money. Yeah, good for you. Turn the buildings back on. Now, we will get some trams going. The advantage of the trams also is because they're regularly making deliveries in the town, helps the town to grow and helps them to not hate us as much. So we'll send you around, what are we going? We're going clockwise. Where's the other stop? Where did I put it? Did I put it there? No? There it is. Found it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I got this. If you're going clockwise, we'll want to shoehorn the depot in sort of there in case we need to send you back to the depot. But that's a full circle there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will do. Off you go. Yeah, still losing money. What a surprise. Let's do that again. We'll get them going in the opposite direction here. So if you could start off at the station and then come down to the woods and then around to, where did that station go? There it is. Now if you've gone through the woods, you can also have the depot slotted in there and build another 3 and send them away. They're probably going to have a bit of a time figuring out how to get to where they're going, but we'll let them sort themselves out because we got some train track to build. Train track? Railway line. Whatever. Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. We need to adjust the land, which will make us very popular. I'm kidding, it won't. And we also need to connect up across here. We'll have the rest of the junction down the bottom here, I guess, just to keep it pretty. If we're going to drag a couple of tracks over there, I've just realised I built them back to front because I'm going to want to shoehorn a depot in, and that's on the wrong side. So we'll just sort of reposition the tracks. Sorry everyone, just you know, I know you've done good work laying the tracks down, but yeah, we're going to undo that. Build a nice little curve here so we don't lose too much speed, and then come down like this. And I am double tracking it because I'm going to be running a fairly intensive commuter service between the two. Mostly to try and get Broli City to start growing, but also to try and make a bit of money off Stanbridge. You are still... Have you even made a delivery yet? God, it's just... They're all piling up. Back to where we were. Now, we are going to want to... Yeah, we're going to want to connect up with Broli City. That'll end up being the terminus, and I guess people can change at Broli City if they want to come down to these stations down here, I suppose. Kind of didn't think that far ahead. Now let's run a third track up here just to make it look pretty. Might have to get rid of... Oh no, hang on, that signal's on that bit of track, isn't it? So we can just do that, like that. That's not the ugliest junction I've ever built. It's definitely not amongst the most attractive, but I don't hate it. Move that signal over to there. Nope, no, make sure it's facing the right way. And we will upgrade you to a one-way signal. And that should be ready to go straight out of the box. Let's put down a few signals on this route here for our intensive commuter service. And woo! And woo! And then, of course, the one-way signals down here. Again, we're placing signals in the wrong spot, facing the wrong way. Well done. Okay, that's the line set up. Now, what do we have in terms of train options? Oh, we've got the spinner or the lady again. Oh, I was kind of hoping for something a bit different, because eventually when we start replacing the spinners, I'll be using them on suburban work, but I will replace them on the main lines. And it's always handy when you've got a perfectly serviceable engine to cascade it down to a sort of a lesser route. So for example, when we get a new faster engine, I'll put that on this intercity line here, and transfer the spinners onto suburban working. But turn the trees back on, keep it pretty, keep it nice. So let's get a spinner going. We'll get some... Actually, we're going to need some... We'll sell him for now, just so he doesn't sit there gathering dust. We're going to need some six-wheel coaches for this one, because I don't want to waste money on clerestories. Pronunciation, not my strong suit, as we've found out. Now, where's the intercity train on this line? There they are. Okay, I'm going to need you guys to... well, they've invented a new bus that I couldn't care less about. Now I'm going to ask you to stop sharing your orders, please, and go to the train depot. Where are you? You're up at Great Lesningham. Well, I'm going to keep you running for now, because I am going to replace these two trains with two brand new trains with, as I mispronounced them earlier, clerestory coaches. So we'll clone that fella there. No, I don't want to refit it. I want you to share his orders. And you start at Broli City, that's good. And if you could share his orders as well, that would be fantastic. So that's two new intercity trains going, and we'll leave you running for now, but we'll keep you on the back burner there. So our former intercity train, what is he, 2.4? Yeah, well look, we'll probably have to fork out for a couple of new six-wheel coaches. There we go, that'll do. Just he is going to run, delete, you're going to run suburban trains between Broli City, and look at the backlog we've created already, and Stanbridge City. And you can have either depot on your list. That's good. So we'll keep you open as well, because our friend here, once he finally makes his way back towards Broli City, will take over on this run as well. So you've still got a few passengers we shanghaied into the depot. I hope they don't mind, and I really hope they don't sort of file kidnapping charges against us, because that would just be a bit embarrassing. At the same time, I'm going to move that signal there. And why, you say? Because I'm going to... No, they don't hate us. That's good. That's good. I'm going to extend... No, there's a train in the way. I'm just going to put a couple of extra platforms in here, because let's be honest, we've clearly got the demand for platform space. In fact, this poor chap here is now run afoul of our lack of planning. Actually, this is going to be a major terminal, so let's go fancy, go big or go home, etc. Yeah, how cool is that? I'll answer that for you. It is very cool. And now we just need a pot plant, and hopefully they don't block us from building that pot plant. They did not. What do they think of us now, though? We've sort of smashed a few trees down. Yeah, they think we're poor. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we'll get you back later. Can we put buffer stops down still? Because even though I could connect it up to this way, I don't want to anger the town any more than I already have. And I haven't. Good. We'll throw down a couple of signals there. And now we've got a really impressive station at Broli City with a nice big station hall and a couple of roofs dotted around. I don't like the way the one roof on each platform there, though, so I'm going to try and swap that out for something else. What have we got? Let's put some benches down, just there. Yeah, oh no, then we lose the roof coming off like an awning there. No, we'll just have to deal. We'll just deal. It's fine. I can live with that. Probably. I just don't like the single roof there. I like that. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So where are you? You are going through Trundon, I'm going to guess, from the iron ore mine. Speaking of iron ore mines, if only we had a convenient steel mill located on this line. We do. And it seems to be having a problem with oversupply of coal. So we can probably do something about that with an oversupply of iron ore. Ooh, hello. You've actually left iron ore behind. We were meant to keep an eye on you to see how you handled the hill as well. Now, as soon as you get to Pleasbrook Interchange, we will swap you onto this route here. 103 k's an hour, 104 k's an hour, and you're capped out at 110. I thought the carriages were good for 112. They are. Maybe it's too heavy for him. He's only a little train. We do you would whittle twain. And we've got a pointless signal we can get rid of at the same time. Now, how are you doing? You're still coming through Broli City Station. Try saying that 10 times fast. Broli City Station. Broli City Station. Okay, I'm not going to do that to you. So you are now going to get held up by the iron ore train. Good work. Go team. Eventually I can foresee separating off into 4 tracks down here and having just one big junction up here at the station to save sort of bottlenecking here. Here comes our other suburban train with sort of minimalist carriages racing in. And I'm pretty sure he's the one that's losing money anyway. Yeah, he's not carrying many people, but he helps to improve the service for Sunningdon, so, you know, means to an end. You are coming to Pleasbrook Interchange, so that's good. We'll be able to swap you over to the new order set in a moment. You don't seem to be having too much. Here, go away. You don't seem to be... Oh, no, famous last words. He's... Don't stall. Don't stall. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, we might have to reevaluate how we run our iron ore trains because he is definitely struggling. I'm thinking double heading might be in order. That, or we need to sort of space these slopes out a bit better. Now, which one are you? You are the one that needs to stop sharing, and we'll just have to stop you briefly. Delete those orders, copy those orders, and start you again. So he will still unload all his passengers at Broli City as he intended, but instead of heading back to Feeningham, he will just shuttle back and forth with his friend here to Stanbridge, which is already proving quite popular. 37 passengers. Look at that, just straight off the bat. Boom, instant profit. You're making money, right? Yes, see? Passengers. That's the way of the future. That's where this company's going. Not these slow, chuggy freight trains that are just, oh dear, we've got more coal delivered. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about this iron ore thing. I'm thinking a second train for starters, because, well, you know, why not? And I'm also thinking double heading, because why not? We'll put in a couple of signals there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's long enough. So we basically can have a 5-length train sitting here, and he won't block a train coming in this way. And as our platform's only 5 long, not an issue. We will actually need to double track. Nope, down here as well, because the risk is that an iron ore train waiting at this signal here will delay the train that goes up that way. In fact, why don't we just kibosh this whole junction altogether and run the iron ore trains in like this. Ah, yeah. Didn't see that coming, did you? So he's made a payoff. He's definitely not going to have any trouble paying for himself when he's double-headed. Let's put it that way. So I'd like 2 of those, please. Double head. And I would like as many wagons as you can give me. That's too many. Okay, we'll just knock that off. Chuck a brake fan on. Now you have a capacity of 140 tonne of iron ore. You currently have a capacity of 120 tonnes. So we've sped the train up. I think that's probably the most important takeaway from this. But we've basically only increased its capacity by a teeny tiny bit. Did I refit you to carry iron ore? I did, good. I would like you to go to the depot, please, because we are going to buy you a second engine and double head you. Should probably investigate making that station longer so we can run a longer train, but then of course we'll probably end up running into a problem where we've overloaded it. We'll have to triple head and the whole cycle will repeat itself. And that's not something I'm keen for. So plenty of people waiting for the tram, but only in one direction. I have no idea why. Maybe they just like their music. Well, you've transferred, so more people going down to wait for the tram. Yep, they only ever want to go via the woods, which is all the way over here. Wonder why they want to go to Central. Oh, well, it's not up to me to question. Ooh, the Ginty's been invented. I don't see any use for that, so I don't want exclusive access of it for a year. Now, why are you losing money? Which train are you? You are from New Treeside, clearly, because you have passengers from New Treeside. Oh, you're the Fedale Port train. You used to make a mozza. And the rest of the road vehicles no one cares about. That's disappointing. I wonder if he got held up in some sort of delay. One way to make him make more money will be... Oh my god, rack off. I'm going to have to turn them off soon. Yep. Don't care. Yep. Okay. Probably important. Couldn't give a shit. No. Whatever. Oh, that was a train. No, we actually care about the train. Oh, that's our poor little goods train. He's finally made a delivery and barely made any money. Okay, well, we're going to... Now the ships are losing money. We're going to spend all year just closing these bloody messages. Oh, there goes a factory that I didn't know we had. And train 35 is ready for its upgrade. Huzzah! Good news for once. Buy me one of those, please, and slot it in there. And then buy me 1 more wagon. 2 more wagons. That'll do. And put the guards fan on the back of the train, because what's the point of having a guard in the middle of the train? Oh, on a freight train, obviously. And you can continue your good work, because we need to keep up on this coal haulage, because it is starting to outstrip iron ore deliveries, which will be a problem when the thing stops accepting coal. That would be a problem. Okay, so now that we've extended up to Stanbridge City, where are we going next? I'm seeing a farm over at St Gerarding Port. Farms being notoriously expensive, as we found out in our last company. So I'm thinking maybe we head up towards Penhall. What we could do is actually work our little suburban trains that we've started building. I don't know why I care. As a little circle here. Down to Broli City, back through Penhall, back through Stanbridge, back to Broli City. That way. And then we can have sort of 2 sets of trains running clockwise and counterclockwise. And then, yeah, we can continue extending up this way. Uh-oh. Oh, we have problems. Train 11 can't find a path to continue. And also Phoenix has really exploded as far as passenger transport. I imagine that's people coming over from on the ferry. Why do we have 2 different destinations? Do we have 2 different trains? Oh, some of them waiting for the tram, of course. Silly me. Oh, your problem's been solved anyway. You finally found a path. I'm wondering if we shouldn't segregate our passengers and freight at this location too, because, well, I'm thinking we're going to get a second train going on this run. Certainly we don't need as much mail capacity as we have, but the passengers are going great guns, because what we got 72 via Phoenix passenger terminal, so I don't really care about them, but the 59 via Great Lesningham we left behind, that's a very real concern. How are we going up at Great Lesningham? 422 people. Okay, and good to see they all want to go in different directions too. That's good. So we might have to look at ramping up all of our trains on all lines except for New Treeside. And one of them wants to go to Feeningham. Good for you. One thing I was tossing up, and ooh, a bigger ship. Don't need it for now, but we will. And oh, hello, Feeningham City has new oil wells. Well, that's awfully convenient. It's right next to an existing station. Where is the nearest refinery we could oh, we've also got oil up here too. Now I know we have a refinery down here we could transport to. So if we simply reroute our line around like this, that leaves us wide open for a nice big oil terminal here. And then we can even truck the oil up to this fuel depot once it's turned into fuel, obviously. Yes, do we have decent trucks available? Because we've run into this problem before. What are we looking for? A tanker. We have the 4-horse tanker carriage. And that's as good as it's going to get for tankers. Okay, well there goes that idea. We could still transport the oil down there, but I'm wary about slowing our our passenger trains down with big heavy freight trains. We can also connect this iron ore up to the steel mill to help alleviate our sort of iron ore to coal imbalance. What was I doing before I got distracted by the oil wells? Oh, that's right, I was talking about my big idea for... Bugger off. For Great Lesningham here. Now, obviously, most of the passengers here are just interchanging. So if we can move that interchange up to Fenian City Grand Central, that will probably be better, just because we've got a lot more capacity for trains here, and the intercity trains probably don't want to stop here all the time. So I was thinking we could just put another couple of platforms in and run the intercity trains through non-stop, fiddle-dee-dee, or we could long-term run them around this way. However, that will require smashing down at least one house and maybe a bit of road. So what do you think of us? You think we're outstanding. Well, send in the dynamite. Kablamo, kablamo. Sorry about that, town. You probably should have seen that coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the trains from this line up through Great Lesningham, and all the intercity trains will just come up and bypass the town. Look, maybe we will have a station here for the intercity trains. I don't know. Certainly not at the moment. If I build that there, can I demolish that and the park? I can. Sort of taking advantage of this poor town at the moment. Another steam passenger tram. I'll pass for now. That would be handy for our little dock route, but that seems to be doing all right on its own. But obviously that's something we can look at longer term. I'm going to run the track down like this and connect up like that. Now that will obviously require a bit of creative signalling on my part. Good, that worked. Because obviously we're going to have to bypass this, but we can't bypass it until all of the trains have their new marching orders. Yes, it's complicated. This transport tycoon malarkey. We'll run a track down like that. And did we care about Broli City Sawmill? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Is anyone actually using this track? I can't remember. What trains do you have? No, we closed the train from Phoenix down, didn't we? So we can quite happily smash apart this junction and rebuild it without fear of retribution. So long term we'll be getting rid of these two tracks, so we can quite easily turn this into a sort of a double track here and bring it down like that. Now I'm gonna get rid of that there. Gonna get rid of that there. Yeah, I know you're a bit confused because I took away your one-way signal, so you can have it back. Broli City no longer accepts wood. I think we'll survive. Now what would be a fun little thing to do is actually glue this station to a new station over here. Before I do that, I'll disconnect the tracks here because I don't want our trains getting lost when they try and get from this station to the signal box here. But yeah, if I can make this a super station sort of on a Y junction, that would be pretty cool, I think. So we're going to have to demolish that. Okay, we may have a problem here. Let's resort to tree planting again. Zot. Now, what do you think of that? You're not happy. You're really not happy with me. You think I'm mediocre. Right, well that'll let me build the station, but we'll have to glue it together with our imaginations in the short term. But yeah, certainly medium term, I'm thinking we'll move the station building sort of to a spot in the middle here. And we'll just make people interchange. So yes, I think trains will continue stopping at Great Lesningham because it's going to be a rather spiffy little interchange now. So we'll build that there. We'll put down a bit of sort of a pot plant there, I guess. I'll put down, a roof there in case it's raining. I need to make it 5 tiles long for the intercity trains. But yeah, once we can sort of fill this in here with our own station buildings and smash this thing out of the way, I think that'll be pretty cool. I've never actually tried joining waypoints together. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's magic. So now, if I connect this up, I can remove this junction down here. So we'll get rid of that. I don't know how many trains are still coming out, but we can get rid of the inbound track already. So get rid of that. And we even get a bit of money back in scrap. We'll move this one-way signal up just a touch. Now, which way are you going? Yeah, see, this is why we didn't remove the junction yet. We're going to wait till all trains that could possibly leave have left. And we're going to just hurry you up because we'll hurry up. We're doing all right on the valuables. We could be transporting more. I'm wondering if that's because our rating is a bit low. Yeah, see, our rating would go up if we had more frequent trains dropping in. So a third valuables train would while it would deplete the initial supply, it would actually cause this bank to give us more of its share of production. So with the valuables train leaving, that should be the only train that wants to come across here. And as you can see, our new trains are already doing what they're supposed to. So let's just throw in some more signals. There we go. Where are you trying to get to? Yep, you are going the right way. Yes, silly me. I'm the one that opened up a new line without putting any new signals in. For shame. Let's just put a couple in there and run a few up like that. I probably put that waypoint in the wrong spot, so we'll just sort of shuffle it down one, so we can put a home signal in there. Now, good, with the valuables train out of the way, there should be no trains using this leg of the junction, so we can remove that. We can remove the one-way signals here, and that should have a net effect too of speeding up any trains on this line because they'll no longer be dicking around with all the other trains. Oh, where are you going? Oh, are you going to be a problem? Where have you come from? You are the all stations. Oh no, you want to go through the main line. That's fine. That's fine. Problem solved. Crisis averted. We'll also put a couple of one-way signals down here just in case we do end up using that line, but I don't see the need at the moment. Eventually we'll probably look at putting this in as 4 tracks because we'll want to extend things. I will bookmark that land in that case, so we remember. But yeah, so we're looking at a 4-track station here connected up with our suburban platforms here, and that look, it's still functioning as a junction, and I'd like to start making the intercity trains stop there if I could. So you stopped at Great Lesningham, you're fine. You're stopping at Great Lesningham, that's fine. Are you stopping there? You are, that's fine. What about you? You are, that's fine. I swear we built a train that doesn't stop there. What train did we build that doesn't stop there? Was it this one? The one that comes from Winberg Bay City? Was it you? Oh no, you're the all stations. No one cares about you. Oh, victims of our own success. Look at this. 210 passengers via Great... Oh no, okay, so the intercity trains are stopping at Great Lesningham. That's good. 100 passengers via South Winberg. Okay, let's look at where they're all trying to go. Oh wow, look at them all. So they are literally going all over the map. So some of them are getting the all stations for some reason to go to Phoenix. Don't know why. That's obviously a decision they've come to. I would personally get the express to Great Lesningham and change there, but passengers will find their own way to go where they want to go. Wow, they literally want to go everywhere. Some of them are even catching the all stations train even though they are going to Phoenix City, obviously because the intercity train is at capacity. So let's adjust the number of trains on that route. So you should be an intercity train. You stop at Great Lesningham. How many of you are there anyway? There are 3 of you. Okay, well let's up that number to a number that's higher than 3. I like 5. 5 is good. Yes, and yes. Go forth, my minions, and do train things. Yeah. So that should... just get rid of that. That should help alleviate some of the demand up at Winberg Bay City up there, hopefully, fingers crossed. We should probably look at getting another valuables train too. We should definitely make use of these platforms a bit better because obviously this one here is just the dummy platform that I built for the sake of it. In fact, what do you think of us? Do you think we're pretty spiffy? You think we're outstanding. Good. I think it's time to scooch these suburban platforms over as I have threatened and build a monster terminal to end all terminals over here. So I'm going to actually make you a 3 tracker. Actually, no, changed my mind yet again. Bear with me. This is going to be the grand finale to what should be a spectacular episode. We want to attach it to Grand Central, please. We also want to attach that to Grand Central, please. No, I didn't think that through. Actually, I do want 3 tracks. Yeah, just ignore that. Just ignore me. I'm going to put a buffer stop here, though. Yeah, I know. I've put it 1 tile away so that it specifically doesn't get any station around it. So it's just a nice little dead end there. Because we're going to be having a bit of a turn back now. I've got to line this up correctly. Did that line up right? That did. Yes. That didn't. Okay. Well, for every win, you know, we have a loss. That's fine. Yep, I don't care. Oh, here we go again. Must be a new year because we now have to wade through a plethora of fussy vehicles that are losing money. But as long as the well, that actually wasn't too bad. As long as the supply chain they're propping up is making money, I really don't care. Now, we would like to put in some facilities for our passengers, I think. So we'll need a bit of a roof over their heads. We'll need 3 platforms, please. I'll put some benches down for them to sit on, and the always popular pot plant. Now, I realise that makes platform 4 long instead of 3, which is the normal for my suburban trains, but shut up, that's why. Now, okay, so if trains are coming on the left, they're coming in on this track here. That's what we want. Now, we're going to have another track here. Bear with me. It'll make sense, probably. I may have put too much track in. No, I haven't, because it's going to connect up to this track here. So that's fine. So we're going to have the track come in. Okay, we'll get the right track out, demonstrate. It's going to connect up here. Then we're going to have a set of points here. Now, what are we having a set of points here for? Because we have a set of points here. What do we have a set of points there for? Well, very good reason. We are going to be turning trains around here, not having all of them come up here, because I imagine if we shoehorn too many trains into this route, it'll get a bit congested. Plus, I'm pretty sure that longer distance train wants to turn around here anyway. I will get rid of this section as well as we go, but I'm just wary that where have you come from and how did you get there? Well, yeah, that's not very helpful. Where did you come from? You came from Winberg Bay, so somehow you have ended up on this track over here. Oh, you've decided to leave that way, of course, because you're going to Great Lesningham. In that case, we will have to act swiftly to get rid of that connection. I thought we could hold out. It's you I'm concerned about. What do? Yes, you terminate here. So you are the train I'm focusing on with this 3rd platform here. And because you terminate here, I've still kept this open because you go through the junction. So we'll delete that. And then before we get too many more lost trains, we will remove that bit of track there. Remove that there. Remove that there. Train 11 can't find a path to continue. Oh, it's just you again, dealing with all the cold trains. Well, be a man, sort your own problems out. I've got bigger fish to fry, like a junction to fix. So this poor bloke down here is lost again, so he's going to turn around and correct himself. And once he's done that, hopefully we can get rid of this junction, because hopefully all these trains are coming through on the main line this way. Come on. Come on, let's just hit the fast forward button, make the magic happen a bit quicker. Boy, am I glad I kept that completely superfluous set of points now. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. And oh, good, the name snaps up there. That's handy. And we will just get rid of that bit of track there. And it just occurred to me that the goods train... Oh, no, and there he is. He can go this way. Phew! It was just as I deleted it, I thought, oh, we've got that goods line up here. Oops. But no, all is fine, which is probably more luck than anything else. We'll turn the trees off again because we need to keep building. Now, where was I? I was building another signal box. No, I was building another signal box that we'll call yard box, please, because the actual yard box we will be moving, because obviously we won't be needing it here anymore, we'll need it down here. So the only train that will be using this one, okay, well it should be not these ones, it should be the other one, so I've really knackered that, haven't I? Delete that, please. It should be you. So I would like you to use, after Great Lesningham, yep, go via the yard box. Good. And we will also need another signal box. We'll just put it down here. And we'll call, why is it Great Lesningham? It's clearly Feeningham City. Now I have to spell Feeningham City. Ham City local lines, I guess, just for want of a better name, because the two little trains that formerly were going through the yard box will now need to go through that box. Now obviously this is going to cause our trains to get a bit lost initially, so I'll throw another one down here and connect it up with the yard box, so at the moment all of our trains can still find their paths to where they want to go. When it comes time to hook everything up though, we will just be able to do a simple switcheroo, let's say. We'll just remove all these signals up here for now. Train 10 is lost. Why is that? Didn't I connect that to local? Oh, I connected it to yard box. So my big plan to stop trains getting lost backfired spectacularly. We will just put you down as yard box, please. That was exactly the thing I did before. Try again. Local lines. Now there's a train on the way. This is going swimmingly. This should serve as a case study of how not to rebuild a junction, because this train is now completely lost, and we'll just skip him forward a bit so he gets back on his route. But I think we're nearly ready to do the switchover, the switcheroo. So we'll connect up some track here. We'll wait for these trains to naff off, but in the meantime we will be able to get rid of this track here. And I'll get rid of these waypoints here because we no longer need them. So are you lost? No, you're quite happy with yourself. You're quite happy with yourself. Good. And we will now get rid of... I realise we're going to be rebuilding this track anyway, but we will now get rid of this track and put in another couple of buffer stops there. We'll need to get rid of these signals just because it's just easier with a blank slate. Get rid of that track there. And we'll need to connect up this end. Now, I didn't want this track to extend all the way, so I was going to put a buffer stop in there as well. We'll just, okay, Great Lesningham refuses. Well, then we'll just kibosh that idea pretty quickly. Get rid of that track, please, and that track. And now, you should see the final result. So instead of going into the terminal here, and going out the other end, they will now go through their new through stations, which are obviously not yet connected up to the main station, but we'll get there. Give me time, I'm only human. Actually, I didn't want to build that there, I wanted to build that. Because I'm going to move our station building from here over to here, because it just seems like the right thing to do. And it makes the station look cooler. I'd love to build a big medium station building there, but there's not one suitable to fit in this area here. So instead we will just be going with a smaller one. I really want to build this fun double track number, but we'll just contract the train building movers in to relocate our existing station over here, please. That's nice. We can probably relocate the bus depot over in this area too at some point. Now that gives us sort of carte blanche to build a very fancy station now. How many tracks do we want? 5. No, I still love the inverted commas around that, but we were not using that at all to accept gravel. It's fine. Yeah, that's gonna cause problems for our gravel train, which will probably end up winding down. Anyway, how much have you done? 0% of 140,000. So of course the engineer's yard pulls the rug out from under us. Why wouldn't it? But back to building a cool station. Now I want to build. Look, I'm going to demolish, well not demolish. I'm going to remove everything else for now, just so we've got a sort of a blank canvas to work with. Now what are we going to? We're going to 2x3 here. Okay, we've got an odd number of tracks, so that's not going to work. Or will it? No, probably not. Actually, we could build a 4. Oh, that is a grand station, isn't it? That is gorgeous. Now we just need something to fill in the gaps there, so we'll build a 5-track underpass. Not underpants, underpass. And we'll just extend this out to sort of join up, I guess, to the platform here. Oh, that's a shame. Now we're going to have to plumb in these new platforms into our existing inward track. We can now start removing this junction from all of our trains because, well, they've only got one choice as to which platforms they arrive in. So we'll just go through here and get rid of any reference which drops them off this list. There it is. Bye-bye. Oh, look at this. This is easier than I thought, thanks to shared orders. Okay, sing out if you see it. There it is. And the valuables trains, we will just get rid of that. And now it's just should be the one train left. Da 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 da. As pretty as it is, I'll probably end up rebuilding it just because it looks cool. Obviously, we've got this signal box over here that can see into the yard. Now, I did say I was going to replace this depot. Sadly, we have not got a new depot design yet. I was hoping for a better design. But I'm going to move the depot over here before the junction with the freight line. And at the same time, I'm going to double track the freight line for future proofing purposes. Porpoises? I don't know. Nope, you're getting off track. Just stay the course. We are going to need to, let's see, we'll put it probably about here, I reckon. Give us plenty of room. Actually, no, that's one track over where I wanted it to be. Let's instead have it come up here and across like this. And then pop that in there. And then have a track go back there. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of... No, we'll keep that track in there, I guess, so trains can go straight up to the goods yard. Now, it just occurred to me that we've got a lot of trains that belong to this depot that are going to have to swap over to this fella. So I will now go through and do that. You don't belong to Feeningham City, you belong to Great Lesningham, apparently. Our new depot is just within this city limit. So we need... can we close that? Yep, good. We keep that open. That's good. We should do Feeningham City. We'll get rid of that. I know this is riveting stuff. I'll get back to track design in a second. I just want to make sure we don't end up with any lost trains or invalid orders. So that's your depot there. Valuables trains. Yeah, that's not a problem. And the rest of them should be intercity trains. I don't know which depot the local trains belong to. I should probably investigate that, just in case I've accidentally attached them to this depot. And just the two left. You also belong to Broli City, so that's not really an issue anyway. Problem solved. We can now demolish this depot with reckless abandon, knowing we won't upset any apple carts. Good. Now, as always, we have to make sure we can get from every track to every track. So we'll start by coming across here, and that brings us up in here. And that means we can get to every track up this way. I am tempted to sort of try and shoehorn another track in here. Actually, we have the yard space, and we will be running the trains. So that nice building I just built, smash it aside. It's done. It's not happening. Put some more roofs in there. And we will need to we'll extend the underpass to 6 tracks. Come on, just get out of the way. You're going to stop literally right across where I want to build the underpass. And I bet your friend is too. And I bet your friend's friend is too. Hyperspeed. Oh, this is just going to be annoying, isn't it? Come on. You, rack off. Quick. I've got an opportunity. Take it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Good. Quick, go. Build. And build the pot plant. Yes. Swish. Everything going according to plan as per usual. So that covers the outbound tracks. I didn't really want to extend that all the way down there. So these trains can all go out of the... Yep, okay. Yep, that must be the new year. Basically, all these trains can go out, but coming in, they can't come in yet. So I'm going to have a separate track for inbound trains, like that. That actually fit perfectly. Obviously, trains can go either way on those tracks. It doesn't really matter. But I like to try and have it so they're segregated. So this one here will always obviously default to this one. And hopefully if he's sort of coming into this platform here, a train here can then go around him to get out without having to wait. Yep. Okay. Yep. Bye-bye. Don't care. Good for you. That's fine. Whatever. Now we need to keep putting some signals down. We also need to make sure we've got plenty of cross-track opportunities. Let's just put in a set of tracks there just because it looks cool. That's why we do everything, really. We should probably get rid of that. And we can probably get rid of that because, well, they're completely pointless. And I know, I just said if it looks cool, it's fine, but that one's not fine. We'll need to put more signals down to protect our platforms here. I can put that one over there. And we should have, once we get our trains coming back, after we've scared them all away with our yelling, we should have a reasonably functional sort of yard here. Obviously it's not ideal because trains are crossing each other going in and out, but you know, that's real life, and real life is messy. I'm just going to double track the goods line the whole way now, just to avoid any tears later. We'll connect that up like that, and we'll connect this, get rid of that there. And we'll just sort of throw a signal in there for good measure. Probably need some other signals. Can't really just deal with the one. We'll need a one-way signal there, and we'll just chuck an intermediate in there. Here we go. First train coming into the finished yard. Turn the trees back on so it looks pretty. Now, while I've got you, I just want to figure out what depots you belong to. You don't belong to a depot. Oh no, you belong to Testthwaite. Which depot do you belong to? See, here we go. I've assigned you to this depot, and that ain't right. So we'll get rid of that. Did I put a depot at Feedale Point? I didn't. Maybe I should have. Okay, I did. I just didn't give it to you. There you go. Problem solved. Now all of our trains have a depot that they can run and hide in when it gets scary, like thunderstorms. This bloke's done exactly the opposite of what I expected. He's come down here to cross over and thus blocked this train. Good work. Never said my train drivers were smart. I just said that they were all right. This track here we can get rid of. Don't need that anymore. We'll keep that there just so trains don't have to go past the depot if they're going into the freight lines. But hopefully that works out. I feel confident that we've now got room to expand into the future. I would like to get 4 tracks down here as quick as possible, but obviously Great Lesningham it's up to them to let me demolish a few bits of road and this thing. Croft, I think it's called. Lara Croft. We do have a lot of potential for expansion. I think these towns will eventually glue together. In fact, do you guys hate me yet? You think I'm mediocre. Okay, so you're not terribly impressed with me. I would like road construction. Let's see how terribly impressed with us. Oh, well, we're not doing too bad. Okay, we're doing bad enough that they won't let us do that. But what if... Will they let us do this? No. Bugger. I clearly removed the wrong bit of road there. I'll put that road back just to avoid any more bad blood between us. And will you let me demolish this thing? You will. Well, Ron Brooks still loves me because I'm going to put a nice little bridge in here, put a truss bridge in, and we'll connect up our towns with a nice little road. And we'll just run another road down here just so we can get that urban area. I certainly hope I don't want to go beyond 2 tracks through here because I'd say that the towns are now going to sort of swallow up our railway line completely. Ronbrook was sort of limited in where it could grow, so now it can sort of grow out in this direction. And in fact, I think it's already built its first building. No, that's bare land. Okay, well, yep, that's also bare land. Good work. But yeah, Ronbrook has a bit of potential for growth now. I should probably bookmark a bit of track out this way too, just in case we forget about it. Actually, before we finish today, I'd like to set up a ferry between Drearly and Testthwaite. I realise we've run pretty long already, but it'll just increase the viability of this line and let me put more suburban trains on. Actually, it doesn't need to increase viability; it's already making money. But you know, whatever. It's fun. It's cool. I'm playing the game, not you. I'm doing what I want. So we'll put in a dock there. I meant to link it to the station, so we'll demolish that dock, and we'll try again. Do we want to put it up there? No, we'll put it here. We'll make it reasonably believable that people can go from the train to the ferry. And who said eye candy? I said eye candy. What do we want to build? We want to build... okay, get it right. We want to build keys. We want to build special key tiles, please. Now, can we build up here? No. We can out there. We can build it round the wrong way, but we can build it. Let's put it in this way. Oh, that looks nice. And let's put this little fella in there. Okay, that doesn't really attach. Not sure. Is this the tile we're supposed to use? I'm sure there's a special one that's going to join them up. That is most definitely not it. What about this fella? Come on, put the water back. Nope. Well, it looks cool, so I'm going to keep it. And we couldn't build them on the corner or them, could we? No, we'll just put put that in like that. That looks nice. What's that thing? That's a preview of the object. Apparently, no, we can't put that in anywhere either. I guess we're just putting in plain key, just around there like that. There we go. Finish off our dock like that. Now, that's going to be fancy to build. I really want to build that thing, but can't build any ships at docks. We can't build any docks there. We've got so many options here. Oh, look at this. We can have fishing boats moored up against the dock. How do we do that? We can. Oh, there we go. That's not what I wanted. Now that we know what it's going to look like, we can do this. Eee! Talk about simple pleasures. What else we got? Oh, we can have sailboats and okay, fishing boats are the only things we can build now, and we'll need to put a light at the end of that. There we go. That looks cool. Oh, I like that. I'm not done yet, am I? No, I'm not. Oh, look at this one's got a little sort of emergency exit from the water. Emergency exit, really? Is that what we're going with? That's what we're going with. That's what I've said. We'll extend that around like that. Oh, that's fancy. And we'll make that stick out a bit too. Can we attach that? No, still don't know what the point of this is, but it's definitely a thing we can build. Now we want not ships at moles. We want to let's put this one down, and we'll put a red light down. I can never remember what the different lights mean. Green means right and red means left, but I don't know what that means to the boat. So yeah, that's a cool little port there. And we'll have to do the same up at Broli, and we'll have to leave a potential in for a passenger connection. We'll probably run a train in from both directions, I guess, because the main line will obviously come up through into this major city centre here. We might actually even extend a ferry up there just to give a direct route down from Bugalugs down here. But yeah, so we'll put the dock around this side of town, or do we want to put it in town and have a tram? Nah, it's only a small town. What do we care? And now again, eye candy. I'm all about the eye candy. So cue another half hour of me fiddling around with various different things. Keys. Okay, I'm getting good at this. And this appears to be the magic option. So we'll put in a bit of a key around here, I guess. That's not terribly unattractive. Now ships at keys we can't do. Ships at moles we can do. So let's actually no, we'll need one without ships, just because we don't want them to come in too close to shore. Otherwise they might bump into other things. We'll put down some nice fishing boats here as well. We'll put down 2 lots of them. And let's put down a nice little light. What was the light under? I can't remember. There it is. Put down a green light, I guess. Can't remember what we did last time. But there we go. We get a fairly modest little dock here with a very extended wharf out into sea. So didn't think that one through. Don't question it, just let it happen. Now, you should be able to make that distance quite easily. So we will set up a passenger ferry. We'll go the Sunk Rock Ferry again. Why not? It seems to get the job done. If you could stop in at that depot when required. And head on down to Testthwaite. And we'll rename that to Testthwaite Interchange, because you can obviously get off the train and get onto a boat. Hopefully by the time he gets down here we've attracted some attention from Feeningham City and we start getting some passengers coming up this way. What can we build in terms of station prettiness? Because I'm thinking we might have to move our station building to a more that's not the one we had, to a more sort of centrally located tile. That looks nice. I'll pop down. Okay, it doesn't want to put it there. We'll put it there, put that there, and that there instead. And now how can we beautify our station? I think there's only one thing we need to do, and that's put down a pot plant. Because pot plants fix everything. Look at it, it's got little orange leaves, because it's obviously autumn. It's October. That's spring. We're on the northern hemisphere. Never mind, it's October. It's autumn. Whatever it wants to be, I don't care. But that looks good. I'm quite happy with how that's set up. So he's gonna putter his way down here. Has anyone actually? No one's waiting. No one's waiting for the ferry yet. But that'll give us ample opportunity to ramp up services on these lines down here to bring people up to Testthwaite to throw them on the boat. And eventually, oh, look at this little farm hotspot here. Eventually, I'm thinking we'll be able to extend our ferry service up to Malcolm Rivers and St Windport beaches, both of which will probably get renamed because those names are just awful. And good old Pithatton, which is just a thing. But look, I think that just about does it for today. Where are we going to finish off? Let's look at the mighty station yard we have built, and bask in its glory as we see the no trains moving. Oh, here comes one. I just pointed at the screen with my finger. Here comes one now. That's good. Oh, and the valuables train's doing his thing. So all hope is not lost yet. But look, that'll do us for now. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me as we continue our adventures in Transport Tycoon. I hope you tune in next week for the next part. I haven't even thought about what I want to do in that part, so I'll leave it up to you and your imaginations to decide, and then be disappointed when I don't follow through on your expectations. But yes, thanks for joining me. I hope to see you next time. I've been T-Nick. This has been Transport Tycoon in OpenTTD. See you all next time. Later days.